Nollywood staff, how are you? How is Niger? How about Nigeria? So the Nollywood in the house. Afro cinema continues shortly. I've seen war in Nigeria. At the same time, I've seen peace in Nigeria. So the Nollywood are getting some sanity on the streets, you know. And of course, you people, if you actually watch my channel continuously, you've seen Afro cinema before. Now we are into another Afro cinema continuing shortly. So welcome, well. We are going to walk kata as we go onto the reconciliation platform. And meanwhile, be ready for the war in Doha. Yeah. So guys, which one will you go for? Will you go to Doha Stadium to watch the fight? Or will you go to Nigeria? Afro cinema continues shortly and see peace. It is called Peace and War. If you did literature, you read a book known as Peace and War. How many of you did that? You can raise your hands in the house. So, guys, after Angela OKORIE had attacked Regina Danielson and Ned Nwoko and MERCY Johnson, they actually threatened to take her to the police officer. I don't know how far it went. But then when I checked the latest videos, after 1 month, I saw something different, guys. In 2 days ago, I didn't have time to do something. But we are going to spend here some few minutes, like about 30 minutes, doing the bunker of Niger. Or is it Afro cinema continues shortly? Hey. So guys, when I laugh, it's because I don't want to be depressed, or I just want to create my own small world of peace. So guys, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Welcome on board for those who are coming, and stay put. Give me a thumbs up and we can continue. So I have new followers on Thread. Thank God. So appreciative. God works his own ways, you know. If you give all your time to something, then why not? And especially if it is your own thing. Hey, wahala, no wahala. So guys, let's come to this Oriental Times post. If you watched the Oriental Time post, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Now let's begin with this figure. Angela OKORIE reminded Regina Daniels that she's just a baby who has been doing everything as she watches, and she cannot tell her anything. Now everything changed on Afro Cinema continues shortly, and some new news head to streaming. Now guys, let's go to Oriental Times. So welcome on board. If you're here, don't be surprised that I'm talking from Nigeria today. If you know, you know. It is what it is. Guys, let's go one on one and see our ladies in the house. Yes, Angela OKORIE, MERCY Johnson, Regina Daniels, and Ned Nwoko. Ned, politician for that sake. But you remember Angela OKORIE accusing Regina Daniels for marrying this grandfather, allegedly. But then she could not return the money she received from Ned Nwoko. So now, what is cooking in the house? Are you ready for the ginger? Hey, guys, meanwhile, I have to take some warm water. Warm water. Water. To keep myself warm, you know. As I told you, in Kenya, it's a bit cold. Anyway, let's go straight to the issue. I've been waiting for you guys to actually come to my live. Let me go back to my accent, guys. I've had a lot of fun on that. So we're gonna see the war between Mercy Johnson and Angela Okorie ending. You know, she came about to ask for forgiveness. She said she was so sorry. Now let's look at this post, guys. If you missed it out, I'm not going to let you miss it out again on edutainment for us, guys. So let's go for it. So I hope you know Angela Okorie, this one here. You know Mercy Johnson, a great actor. You also know Regina Daniels. And you know Ned Nwoko. If you watched a lot of banker on the streets, you saw how each of them was bunkering each other from left to right, right to left, center and up. Now guys, let's open up this page and read. Do you see that long letter? This is what she wrote. Hi, beautiful people. These past days have been a period of intense reflection for me. Lately, having reminisced on certain events that have transpired, I can only thank God that I'm alive. It is no secret that there has been some difficult issues circulating on social media between Mercy Johnson and myself. Circulating. Is it circulating? Yes, of course it was circulating. All right, so she says, moving forward, London High, welcome in the house. We are doing the bunker on Afro Cinema continues shortly. If you know people called Mercy Johnson and you know someone called Angela Okorie, you also know Regina Daniels and the husband Ned Nwoko. That is where we are. So welcome on board, London. I'm so appreciative you're always here on time. God bless you. So thank you so much. Yilmaz, thank you also for being the fan number 2. You're always here. I've seen you so many times. May God bless you. All right, so let's go ahead with our letter. We were reading this letter. I'm very fine, Yilmaz. What about you? How are you? London, how are you? You didn't reply. So that I'm sure that you're fine. If there is anything, we be together in this. All right, so give me my thumbs up and I'm hope that you're fine. Big up to you, London. Big up to you, Yilmaz. All right, so the letter went on. You can see it clearly. Yeah, Yilmaz, I am. Why did you ask? How did you know about that? Because on my platform, actually, I do a lot of entertainment, educational, and reaction videos, guys. That is why I normally focus on these guys and talk about what is there and what is not there. So I am. Yilmaz, I am. What about you? Okay, so give me my thumbs up as we proceed through this because I just have about 30 minutes and it will be time to go home. All right, so the letter goes on. It is no secret that there has been some difficult issues circulating on social media. If you know, you know. What has been circulating was the quarrel, or rather the accusations that Mercy Johnson had with, allegedly, Angela Okorie. And Angela Okorie was the one actually abusing Mercy Johnson on social media. All right. Yilmaz is always reminding you to go to Turkey. I told you, Yilmaz, that when money comes, I'll be going to Turkey. Why not? Turkey, I'll be there because I love exploration, adventure. I don't like this aspect of being stationed in one place forever. So once money comes by, I'll be actually getting myself to Turkey. So just set everything in place and prepare the ground, because when I come there, I'll be looking for people like you because you interact with me here every time. So I should be there and you should walk me around Turkey, showing me here, that and this, you know. I'll be so proud. Or do you think there are jobs there? Do we have jobs for people like us there? Better paying, of course, and with better conditions. Then we would definitely think of relocating, so that we don't keep suffering around here. So if you promise me that there is a good option, of course I have my passport ready. I can just work on visa and get myself there, you know. All right, so let's get talking about this letter that was written by Angela Okorie to Mercy Johnson. So she continued writing, moving forward, I would like to address this matter. I am human, and when my emotion takes over, I speak from the heart, often saying things directly as they come to me. Yeah, guys, if you know, you know. If you heard about what Angela OKORIE said, she was point blank, no hiding, no dressing up stuff. She was saying them as they are, especially when I feel hurt. Once I have expressed myself, I forget about it and move on, but I realize now that my utterances, whether uttered from the place of pain or not, was hurtful. Some events that has happened these past days made me realize that I should have done better. Okay, so she's on her knees. She's on her knees, all right? Yilmaz, that question should come elsewhere, not here actually. I beg. Yilmaz, and with no bad intention, but I feel that your question should come elsewhere, or maybe I should be posting that somewhere else, right? So just bear with me on that question. Maybe you can ask about other stuff, but actually showing that here openly, I don't think I'm very comfortable with it, Yilmaz. I hope you understand, right? All right, so the letter went on. I feel so sorry having realized how this gets to you, Mercy. Your mental health is very important now and ever, and I wouldn't wish you and your family worse. That's not my nature, and you know it. Do find a place in your heart to forgive me. I hope Mercy Johnson will forgive her, you know. Then she went ahead and said, I've also been the target of lies. By who? Betrayal and unwarranted attacks. Bloggers have spread false information, and people have created videos filled with blatant lies. The betrayal has been overwhelming, but I forgive everyone who has hurt me and leave them to face their own conscience. So you and me, if you are a blogger and you made lies about Angela OKORIE, she is actually writing to them. Furthermore, my sincere apology also goes to Senator Ned Nwoko. I told you that Ned Nwoko is a billionaire in Nigeria and a politician, of course a senator. I understand that my anchor is trying to make a reply didn't find you in a good taste. It was as a reaction of an unprovoked bashing and attack that was blown out of proportion. I truly reacted in a way I now recognize wasn't pleasant. I cannot intentionally disrespect you for whatever reasons. To buttress this, I remember being part of your political campaign, the one you brought Zulezu, myself, and other artists. I have also honored your family's yearly children's carnival when invited. All these have made me realize that being at peace is better than war or fight. I deeply regret my actions. I'm sorry. That was a long letter from Angela OKORIE to Ned Nwoko and Mercy Johnson. And now, I know that people are going to make a lot of viral videos on this, you know. Actually, for us to understand, if anybody has come and they never watched my earlier video on Angela OKORIE, you can go back and watch. It is still on my platform. Once you watch it, you'll understand the quarrel that was actually running between Angela OKORIE and Mercy Johnson. And in the process, when Regina Daniels tried to protect Mercy Johnson, she was bunkered by Angela OKORIE in the worst way. Let's get there. At the same time, it happened that Angela OKORIE attacked Mercy Johnson so many times, you know, and she was just quiet. The first time of response was when I heard about her taking her to the, to the courts. I don't know how it went. It seems nothing actually built from there. So guys, let's settle here and listen to this banker. Woto. So let's go to from the people who have read this message. What did they say? So Ifeanyi Chuku Abraham, what did Abraham say? All right, this was the response. Forgiven but forgotten henceforth. People, forgive but you don't forget. You know that, and you can forgive. Keep distance also, you know. The next response was from Ugu Uche Raphael. Life na once, nobody knows when he go kipai. It's better love and peace lead. Then Call Me Radman said, when I they tell you say hand go meet you, you think say na lie. The next one is Hamo TV. Hamo TV said, this Buhari death no gree me chop since morning. Out of 7 fufu, na only 6 and half one chop. Rufus Gamito. That's what a wise and humble people do. A mistake done once is a mistake, but if done twice is not a mistake but deliberate. All right. So there was a lot of response from that. Actually, I can't read all of that. There were so many people who responded. Some of them saying it's good to have actually sought peace, and some saying to err is human. Some saying you only err once but not many times. But then people react differently. I don't know how you react when somebody messes with you. Yilmaz, hi, I said hi. But the question I said, you can forgive me, I may not be able to respond it here. Maybe on a different platform, actually. Because I don't think it's very fine to respond it here. It depends on maybe your comfort with that. So I'm very fine, Yilmaz, and I'm so appreciative for you being here. So, yeah, I'm waiting for the response from Ned Nwoko and MERCY Johnson or even Regina Daniels. Will they forgive her? Forgiving, people have said it's very easy, but forgetting is difficult. Guys, there are sometimes things people do to you, and even if you say you are forgiven, you just say it orally. Deep inside your heart, you feel like these people should not even meet you ever, you know? That's the reality, you know? That's the reality. There are very few people who can just forgive and forget, very few. However much people try to pretend that you can forgive and forget, it depends on what you ever. There are people like in our life, they came about, they really borrowed from us. Sometimes they were stuck, we helped them. Sometimes they even lost your property. But when they come around and they want to step on you, they don't remember that, right? For whatever reasons, people mess you up. And some of them, they just expect to go on with life as normal, which doesn't happen, right? If I'm talking to somebody, say amen. I've not become, but I'm here to do and to educational and entertainment aspects. So somebody say hallelujah. Okay. So Angela Okorie had to beg MERCY Johnson and Ned Nwoko for forgiveness. She's so humble now. You remember she was talking full chest, trying to banga Regina Daniels, to banga MERCY Johnson. She even talked of her and referred to her as somebody who uses witchcraft. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Now, she's not now going to those specific things she mentioned. She's just saying that she does it out of the heart. So I don't know whether her coming out has been a push from the consequences she was supposed to face, like the court case that was coming, from the backlash, maybe from her fans. I don't understand. Because remember, all through, MERCY Johnson just kept quiet, you know. Now, Nwoko did not speak. In fact, Ned Nwoko never spoke. Whoever spoke was Regina Daniels, the wife of Ned Nwoko, a very young girl that was married to this old man. And he mentioned that that's her grandmother, and she does not like smell of old people. You remember? So those were sort of verbal aspects that Angela Okorie has used. And when you watch the videos, she was speaking very slowly. She spoke quite slowly, but in a sarcastic way. Something that can really hurt. And even if someone comes asking for forgiveness, it depends. I don't know. Let me wait to see what Mercy Johnson will do, and Regina Daniels and Ned Nwoko. So I wonder, she came in public to ask for this. I don't know whether she's trying to reach them personally. Because sometimes when you come to social media to apologize, yet these are the people you are friends at once. Has she tried to reach them maybe by sending a message to them, then now brought the same message to social media? That's what I don't understand. Yeah? I understand that people will gather this information and they will be reaching out to Mercy Johnson. Yeah? And a lot of people had to talk about it and say, okay, she reminisced. You know, the word reminisced. Certain events that had transpired. Certain events. She didn't want to mention which ones, you know. So all this is something that teaches us on, right? This is something that teaches us as a lesson. Give me some time. Let me check something here. Yeah. So guys, people watch here and they're from Kenya. So watu wangu wa Edutainment for Us TV. Hey, how are you? Grab your popcorn, sip your tea. I'm sipping some warm water here. Because the unfolding drama in the Nollywood's firecracker was too much. So in your opinion, do you think that Mercy Johnson will forgive her? Do you think that Ned Nwoko will forgive her? Why do you think so? Anyway, if I may ask, you know? So is this a clout or courage, aspect of courage? That is what I asked myself, you know? The gist, it is hotter than Abuja sun in November. Have you been in Abuja in November, guys? If you've been Abuja in November, the sun is scorching like the one in Garissa. Anyone who has been in Garissa knows what I'm talking about, because I was there and I was like, oh, I wouldn't have the black dress around myself. The kaniki. Yeah. So Angela OKORIE is not backing down. Oh, she wants answers. She wants apologies. She's shaking some serious Nollywood tables. Mercy Johnson, Ned Nwoko, you are both on timeline. So when she has actually thrown an apology, she is now challenging Mercy Johnson and Ned Nwoko. And I think indirectly, Regina. So this is a dramatic flair. So what is the tea Angela OKORIE has taken to Graham, the streets, and possibly to the moon to say sorry to Mercy Johnson, saying that she wronged her and she also wronged Ned Nwoko. She's not keeping quiet anymore. She's not proud anymore. She is not. Yeah, so is there a deal that went wrong? Is there a personal beef in the past, or just another expose and trend era of social media? That's what I asked myself. And Ned Nwoko, the billionaire with a polygamous mansion and senator's crown, what did he do? Is this about Regina Daniels? Because we have not seen Nweke coming out on this matter. Or something even darker behind the glittering walls of celebrity, I don't know. So it's critical take. You see, my people, when celebrities start calling each other out like this, it shows you one thing. Fame without boundaries is a dangerous currency. Did you hear what I said? Fame without boundaries is a very dangerous currency. We need to ask ourselves, why did she decide to apologize on Instagram instead of private conversation? And that's what I asked from the beginning. Is Angela seeking justice or social media clout? Yeah. And why are our celebs more invested in beef than building the industry they claim to love? The moral insight on educational twist Nigeria must learn. Now, every battle needs to be fought in public. Not every battle, actually, can be fought in public. Because today, it's, I need an apology. Tomorrow, it's, she nearly ruined my career. Are you getting? Then suddenly, the full Nollywood is online with sagas. And we are watching Big Brother edition for free. Account. But when it becomes content, it loses its power, guys. Yeah? Angela again, I know that's what people will be saying. They always carry Nollywood like handbag. If Mercy Johnson Beck's reply, nah, full season, we go watch. Why does everyone who wants justice head straight to Instagram live? Like why? Hey, so let's be real. Angela might be speaking truth, or maybe she's chasing the cloud. But in the end, we have to ask, who benefits when dirty linen becomes a trending hashtag? One thing for sure, the silence for Mercy and Ned. Louder than generator at 2 a.m. This has been your girl, bringing the gist. And now let's go to Blessing CEO. The CEO Blessing NKECHI. That will take us about 7 minutes and we'll be through. So give your comments. If you're delaying on this, give your comments. If you're delaying on the like, give me the like as we go on, guys. Now, NKECHI Blessing versus CEO Blessing. All of them, blessing. But are they blessing? Oh, no. They are not blessing. They are more of confusion and curse. Somebody say hallelujah. So grab your popcorn and sip your tea now as we continue to CEO Blessing and NKECHI Blessing. If you know them, you know them. This is another unfolding drama that is coming. Blessing and Everbold CEO Blessing have been in a hot quarrel, a hot quarrel in a rush hour. Do you know rush hour? Rush hour, if you are in the city, you really walk like you are flying, you get to the stage, you get into a vehicle, and you don't want any stories. You are going home, right? Rush hour. Doom. Suddenly, CEO Blessing dropped a bombshell accusing NKECHI of being disrespectful. And I thought, is this another cloud chasing or even dragging the name of one person or another in the situationship? We call it situationship, if you know what I'm talking about. But guess what? NKECHI did not take it lying down. She is the one who began the whole drama, by the way. NKECHI began the whole drama by laughing at the wedding of allegedly CEO Blessing. Hey. And so much has been said about this. Is she missing Bolo, or what is it? Is she not getting the real Bolo that would actually make her keep quiet? That is what most of the people say. Not me. I'm not the one saying. So she clapped back at Double Fire, claiming this is used for fame. And she was laughing at CEO Blessing, saying, why is she now, on clout about traveling? Many people have traveled. She said she's happy for them. And I was like, are you sure? When you are happy for somebody, why do you come out with sarcasm? Sarcasm is never accompanied by appreciation. When you are appreciating, you have to be genuine, So, Yanni, 1 minute is, way baby boo. And the next minute is, you are a disgrace. Hey, so let's go to this bunker and watch how these people undress each other in the public. We finished about Angela OKORIE. If you missed out, please be coming around to watch more. So this is where it started. Give me a minute to bring you the bunker here. Let me bring it to you. So this is where it started, guys. Here.
Because Blessing has been so annoying when it comes to other people. Her mouth when they shut.
That is where it started, the wedding. So after the wedding, this lady here, Blessing Nkechi, came out with this message. Let's watch this quickly, before my time is almost over.
But it is just the reality of life. Look at Blessing CEO. So, PDA, the hungry Blessing CEO, all this while. Now, why should always they drag people in love? Not see where Blessing CEO no talk about me and my relationship. Nothing. Where the rest my boy? Where the even at all, the full internet not green rest for how many months now? Like play. Blessing CEO want to wedding. He not call hand for there. Blessing CEO where I
Yes,
fly
hi.
from Lagos to Abuja before. I hear say she dey go Qatar. At least for the first time in her life, in her 30-something years on earth. Now, that's why you do not need to believe everything that you see on social media, because most of these people, all of these things.
So as you can see, Nkechi is coming here to attack Blessing CEO Blessing. And it seems they were friends at some point. Then they disagreed. And now Nkechi Blessing came here with her big mouth trying to show how Blessing CEO has not been traveling. She is now in her wedding and she's drugs her boyfriends and all that nonsense. We don't know. Now, when they bring drama here, why should we not talk about it? But then lessons are what we want to focus on. Should you go about talking about your friends on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube? You don't have to. You can sort your problems. Now, allegedly, from what we hear from Nigeria point of view, is that this lady even went to the office of CEO wanting to attack her, and she never came out. And she never came out. But now, after she traveled for the honeymoon in Doha, you know, when I heard them saying kata kata, I thought it's kata kata. You know, there's a word in Nigeria, kata kata. Kata kata is like walking on the street, trudging up and down. But then I realized they are talking about Qatar people, the Gulf, you know. So this is what the lady had to respond. Let's go through that quickly because I want to leave. This is the Instagram aspect. And let's listen to them.
Sunday. You know I will reply you. I will definitely reply you. But before we enter the matter, I quickly want to tutor you the difference between you and I. Now the only thing we share in common is the name Blessing. Number one, I am traveling to Doha on the 1st of August for 10 days vacation with my man, not with sex toys. I am going with a full-grown man for enjoyment. I don't.
And do you know what happened? I don't know how men also accept to be dragged into these matters. I don't know. So the husband came down and kissed her, like telling her to keep quiet. And she did not keep quiet. She continued talking. And she went upstairs and I was like, this was a script, right? You came here to talk about your fight that you want. Can somebody, how do you go on YouTube or Instagram challenging someone into a fight? If you want to fight, you go to their space and you real dressed ready for the fight and you start a battle. You cannot talk on Instagram or YouTube talking about, let's go fight in Doha. How do you fight in Qatar? Qatar people are not even allowed to fight around in the streets. That is a different culture. Anyway, let's continue to listen and see what they have to finish.
To carry dildos and sex toys around.
Did you see? They keep quiet and she can't keep quiet, you know.
Voila.
Immaturity. And she continues, guys.
NKECHI Blessing now. She for say, my man asked me not. Let's over to number two. Number two, NKECHI Blessing, I'm traveling with class. Class. Number three, I am going to shake my nyash on a yacht. So I just wanted to tell you the difference between you and I. Now you are going to come closer. I saw the video that you made. Say, oh, blessing, you for travel go better country, you know see London, you know see like Qatar. It is a vacation. Why would I be traveling to London and UK and all these things? I be on the show. I'm on the show now, right? So before I travel, I am strategic. It's either I'm traveling for vacation to enjoy myself with my man, or I'm traveling for business. I have told you before that I am not an extravagant person. Right? Not that I cannot afford to travel. That is not my priority. I'm one woman that wants to invest. After investment, we will tour around the world. And Nkechi said that, let's see, when I did in love, I did always make people know they flaunt their boyfriend.
Now, when she was saying nya 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 nya, I was just imagining when we were kids. When we were kids, and that's why we could quarrel and be like nya 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 nya. But anyway, in my anchor, as I'm ending this, let's pause to ask ourselves, what's happening to these celebrity relationships in social media age? That every score has to be settled in content collaboration, on cloud chasing, on the Instagram, on Facebook. Why should people be like that, Like real? Is this love of social media endorsement a deal that is gone wrong? The teachable moment here, it's like, you know what they say. Never post who you are dating until you dated them through 4 seasons. 1 pandemic and 1 power outage. Because when it all falls apart, Instagram will surely not help you to pick the pieces. Instead, it will amplify the chaos, and the fans will be like, "It's the GF face here. There is unsolicited opinion." I knew that guy was off. When she started saying, blessing, blessing, we only share a name. Of course, when you look at that name, you feel like they should be baptized again and be given a different name instead of blessing. NKECHI and CEO. Yeah, it's good to actually say that investment, somebody should invest before vacation, but it's all about individuals, yeah. But on the deeper level, this saga reveals how emotional immaturity, public validation, and ego-driven branding has replaced genuine relationships. We must ask ourselves, why are people dating and, exposing everything about them? Why do they even have a friendship with name calling, questioning about status? Why? Anyway, let's end this, but this has been a very nice moment on edutainment for us. Of course, I'm so happy that YouTube has finally monetized my channel after a long struggle. So let's keep mixing gist here, lessons, vibes, like jollof rice and fried plantain. I've been your host, Prissy. Remember to love wisely, post privately, and live consciously. And if you have scores to settle, let them be settled in private spaces instead of the media, because it actually blows the trumpet and blows small aspects to big ones. So we love you people, Nollywood. From Kenya, I really urge you people to settle your scores otherwise. Mercy Johnson, I hope you'll forgive Angela Okorie. Ned Nwaka, I hope you'll forgive Angela Okorie. But then, always remember, when you mess with somebody, they will forgive, but they may not forget. Now, the drama of CEO Blessing and NKECHI Blessing, I hope you'll also settle your scores. The Doha drama, we don't want to see fights at Doha. That is somebody's land. Respect their land, respect their culture. Bye-bye for now. Let's meet in another saga, in another edutainment, and another channel, anytime, any moment. Thank you. Bye-bye. Lots of love to you and gratitude.